Second. Okay. Um, your question was why do we need advanced Java? Okay. And
Yes,
see, any application if you take, there are three layers. So you can they can say like a layered architecture. It's a kind of three-layer architecture. When I say this one, if you see this, it is a one layer called UI layer or UI or you can say user interface. Okay, UI layer and something called business business layer and database access layer. Okay, I'm just unmuting everyone. Okay, I'm muting everyone. Okay, if anybody wants, just ping me. I will unmute. Okay. See, as you can see, there are. I'm sorry. Okay, as you can see, there are three layer architecture. One is a UI layer, business layer, and data access layer. Okay, on top of that, you will be having database at backend. Okay, I have database here. DB. So here UI layer, what we will have like any user comes and enters some data, or you want to see some records or anything. Any application, if you take any application, just browsing it and seeing filling your form and submitting it, how it flows like is like user will come here and just enter the data, or he can just view the data whatever it is. He will query from UI. This UI layer is for user interfacing, user interactions. Hope you're getting it. Okay, user interactions. um, Only for user interactions. This layer what we will use in specific to advanced Java to make you clear and understand. In specific to advanced Java, the UI layer we will be using as a JSP. According to our topic, we will be using the JSP as a UI layer. Okay, JSP and HTML, CSS, those can be used in a UI layer. And the business layer, what it will do once you send some request, okay, this request will be flowed to UI layer to business layer. Request will flow to UI layer to whatever you send from UI. It will just it will send it to, it will hand over to business layer. In the business layer, specific to business layer, I'm just writing it down one sec. This is very much specific to our topics. Okay, advanced Java, JSP. I'm just saying HTML and CSS, etc. And here in the business logic, what it will take, it just takes the data. To take the data, we should have some kind of control. Okay, HTTP requests and responses to handle the users request and response. We should have some control over that. So we have something called technology like a servlet. Servlets will help us to interact with a user and get the data and send the data back. Okay, that is what it do generally. This is the main purpose. There are so many things there in the servlets. When we get into the servlets topic, we will discuss that one. So to give you overview, this is what it is. Like in the second step, we have business as a business layer, like a servlet you have. Okay, the other step is like data access. Okay, in this layer, like I have something called JDBC here to handle my DB interactions. Okay, see now someone sends. See, I just wanted to register to a some forum or some, like let's say if you want to join in a college, just you just wanted to register in uh, your details so that you can submit some application form through online. Okay, you have entered some details here UI, and these details will be interacted through the servlets. Servlet will take those input requests from you. Okay, and once it takes the object as an input request. Okay, and what it will do, it will hand over this data, whatever data it got, to the JDBC layer. This data access layer it will take. So data access layer actually will have the interaction, is a connection with the database. Database can, you can have n number of databases here, like I'm just trying it up. Okay, so JDBC here, so many things might happen, but I'm telling you the overview. Okay, uh, once you have the data at JDBC level, JDBC what it actually does is like it will just connect to the database. Okay, it will just connect to the database, and it will make you the bridge between the Java application and to the database application. Hope you're getting it. Uh, Once it makes a bridge, like a connection between Java application and the database application, okay, it will hand over, it will send this data to the database and it will store it in a database. Okay, and it can retrieve the same data if user says I get my information, something like that. Okay, that request will be sent to servlet, and servlet will be called this layer, data access layer, and data access layer will call DB layer, DB database actual. It will say select star from student table, give me this information by ID or something. Okay, this object will send back to the information will be sent back to JDBC layer, that is data access layer. You can speak in terminology, in terms of terminology. If you say that it is a data access layer, where in advanced Java will be using JDBC. Okay, and we will be having here the data, and it will be sent over to handed over to the servlets, and servlet will actually displays the data on UI layer with the help of UI technologies like JSP, HTML, and CSS. Okay, this is what the main purpose of this one. If you see, this is as a over is a picture, as a overall picture, this is what we will be doing it. Okay, if you see in a real time projects, everything like here you have same JSP, HTML, CSS. You can have Angular JS. There are many new technologies like a not boot, bootstrapper. All those things you can use on a UI layer. Okay, and this layer nowadays, like you have MVC design pattern where you can have model view and controllers. Okay, those will handle your requested. It will send back to a data access layer. So data access layer again, it will connect to the DDBC. What we will have change in real-time projects is like here you will have some MVC like a Spring MVC or struts, anything you can use it here. It depends on your requirement. Okay, and this layer you will have Hibernate, top link. Okay, Eclipse link. This kind of data um, DO means data access layer. You can use any technologies like those one, ORM technologies, object relational mapping technologies. That we will discuss when we are getting into Hibernate. Okay, this we will be discussing when we are getting into Spring and Spring MVC, those kind of stuff. Okay, hope it is clear. Shiva, you got my point? You have any questions? If you have any questions, just type on chat. Okay, I will unmute you. Shiva, you understood that? Hello, Shiva.